Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13AM. It's a Tier 5 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Serene Coast, and this one is under the command of apgibbo of the TSDS clan. Game on! Well, it's a 105mm howitzer, and as you can see here, it's capable of doing 445 alpha, 30mm of pen, and it's got a 1.91 meters burst radius. So it's about as powerful as the 50, and actually does have a fairly fast reload, well, fast-ish, for a tank of its type. 13.42 seconds is the book reload. You can see here, apgibbo, or Gibbo we'll call him. Okay, he's got 11.31 seconds for his reload. Okay, he's starting to look for a target. Once been found, it's an AMX CLC. He's not fully dialed in yet. This Arty is one of those which actually really does help if you dial in before you fire, because it becomes much more accurate on a target that's fixed. Of course, trying to get penetration is going to be difficult with only 30mm of pen, but he is in a Tier 5 game with only Tier 5 tanks. There's bound to be one out there which he can penetrate, or he might get several of them actually. Okay, he's lining up on the KV1, rounds out, looks good. Yep, right into the side of him for 107. That's a good shot. So you can see it does pay off to dial in on a target ahead of its movement. He's done it again. This time round he hit the tracks, and you can see took them off, slowed the guy down. He used his repair kit to get moving again quickly. 44 hit points off the second shot, 146 off the third. He's racking up the damage very nicely. Now it doesn't have a huge number of shells, only 50, but that's about the same as the Fifi anyway. So, well, it is the same as the Fifi, and if he keeps doing this, the enemy's soon going to feel the punishment. Rounds out. Oh, now what happened there? He fired, but we didn't see any shell go in. Very odd that. He should have hit the P43 right in the side. And I think this has knocked the wind out of him temporarily, metaphorically speaking. But he'll get back into the swing of it. He just needs to set an aim point and then watch for the enemy tank to go through it. Okay, going back to the KV1, who's a slow mover, so it's easier to get shots on them. You pick a spot, wait for the tank to go through that spot, then you let loose. Rounds out. Well, he did damage it for 111, and that was a near miss. Next shot should kill him, and we're only seconds away from shooting, and we don't get the kill, unfortunately. So, bad news there, but at least he managed to get 543 damage from that attack. Okay, we've got a couple of enemy tanks. Well, one enemy tank here, the KV1SA. That's the auto reloader. And if we can get shots on this guy, that will really help. He's taking a shots at our VK. It looks like he's not the only one. The enemy Arty's having a go as well. Rounds out, looks good. It is. It tracked him. It did track him on the left side. And he's taking damage. It's a one shot now. Oh, and he does go down, but so does the VK. Okay, now he's got to pick a new target. Now, the Arty was spotted. Tracer was coming out of this area here. So I think somebody is up behind these bushes, and they're indicating he might be at the back of the map there. If we see the Tracer come out, then we know that that's where they are. It could be that they've also lost all their targets. They can't see the enemy, and that's why they're not shooting at the moment, why we're not seeing any Tracer. He's firing on a hunch. Unfortunately, no joy, but he's changing position anyway. It's wise to do so, just in case the enemy did spot your Tracer. Okay, we've got a couple of enemy tanks here now. The Su-85 is a good target. Thin on armor. He's styling in. Almost there. Rounds out, and nearby, but not close enough. And unfortunately, we lost our AT2. Okay, can we get another shot? We're loaded. Rounds out. That was a bit of a... That was a bit of a snapshot there. But there's the Arty that was pulling away. And the enemy team also has a Fifi somewhere. We're dialed in on the Stug, or at least we're dialing in on the Stug. Rounds out. Long flight time. Okay, very close to the aim point. And I think it's persuaded the Stug to go elsewhere. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of other tanks, the KV-1 and the M10. The M10's a prime target. That's either going to hit the KV-1, it did, or it was going to hit the M10. The M10 pulled out the aim point, but the KV-1 was sitting directly behind him, so he took the shell instead. So that's good. Oh, a Panzer F2 has been spotted, but he's very low on hit points. Now, notice how long it takes to dial in this 105mm. It's a post-war Arty. They actually built 429 of these. And one of the members of What Arty Noobs actually owns one. Yes, he actually owns one, which he's renovating. And it'll be lovely to see that when it's completed. It's a variant of the AMX 1375. So it's a 13-ton tank. That Fifi looked to me like he was almost trying to... He'd forgotten how to turn around, and he's gone. There's only 4 enemies left. We've got the KV-1, an Su-85, the Stug 3 Aslains, and the Su-122A. Good shot. Directly on the KV-1, 177. One of the Arty, the Su-122's gone back to the same spot. Just saw the tracer in the upper left part of the picture. So we know where he's gone. He's turned around and gone back to where he was. Now, this is a difficult shot, but he fires in. Oh, he's got him! Wiped out the Su-85, a blind shot. He remembered where the enemy was last seen, fully dialed in, got the shot in. That's his second kill of the game. Now, we know the Su-122 was over to the left. We're looking for that Stug. He's not there anymore. He's pulled away. I think he's waiting around the cap area. There's the Su-122. He's just been spotted by our Stug, who just briefly got taken out by their Stug. That was a bit of a snap there, so the shell missed. But he's dialed in now, and all he's got to do is try and get an accurate shot in. Oh, and he got him! He wiped him out. That's 3 kills now for Gibbo. KV-1 waiting around the corner. The Chaffee's found him. We fired around in. And that's a kill shot too! 4 kills! And the Stug's just been spotted. He's in the bushes a little further away. There he is. That's the last enemy. If we can get a shot on him, it'll be 5 kills. Rounds out. Near, but not close enough. Didn't get the kill this time. And we've lost sight of him. He could have backed away. Our teammates are still firing in the same direction. Next shot goes in close. I think the enemy's still going to be there. He's not going to be running away. Chaffee will find him. He's a light tank, so he's got better view, better eyes. Okay, we found him, and... Oh, we got him! He got him! 75 hit points and wins the game. What a good one. Well, that was an excellent game by apgibbo of TSDS in the AMX 13AM. It was so good, it was a first ace tanker. Congratulations on your first ace tanker. He managed to get the scrolls underneath, and when you get those, that's the first one. So he also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, one short of getting a top gun, but it is 1/3 of the enemy team, which means that you were very crucial to winning that game. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14 in that one. And his win rate from the game was 4,398, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team score and see exactly what he did. Well, he didn't get the highest damage, unfortunately, because that went to the Chaffee 594, but he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. The second highest damage did go to apgibbo, and he got 1,409, so not far behind. And the third highest damage turned out to be the KV-1 on the enemy team. I think that might be the one that went up into the corner. He got 1,284 hit points, but on the other hand, because there were 2 KV-1s, it could have been the one that went onto the peninsula instead. When it came to kills, we can see, yep, apgibbo got that one. 5 kills for him. 2 kills for the Chaffee 594, the KV1, the T1 Heavy on our team. And on the enemy team, their KV1, their Stuttgart Alpha G, their Fifi, and also their SU-85 all got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it was the Chaffee 594. Now, the reason for that is spotting. If you watch this, it'll come up any second. Okay, there you go. 986 spotting assists on top of the actual damage he did. So his combined damage was very good. But of course, he got that as spotting assist, and that boosted his score up. And his was 4734 out of that one. So he got more XP. Plus, of course, he's, I think he's tier 5 as well, but he's tier 5 premium, whereas we're tier 5 tech tree. So anyway, he managed to get 1,189. And 797 went to the Churchill 3, and 755 went to apgibbo in the AMX 13AM. So it's a decent score. Top 3, tops on tanks, and second on actual damage. 25 shots fired, so he only got through half his ammo in that game. 10 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 17 splash. Damage of 1,409, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did 416 hit points of damage assistance in that game. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 19,805 credits. Yes, he had to pay for consumables at full price, but he also got 6,230 experience points out of that one because he got a mission completion reward of 4,532. Now, the AMX 13A 105 AM, I mean, he's put it the other way around, but actually, it's actually a really good Arty to mark. I can tell you that for certain, mainly down to the fact that very few people actually play it once they get it, because they move up to the next one, the AMX 13 F3 AM, a tier 6 with a 155mm. If you look at these results from What Garage, you can see that the average damage you need to do if you're going to get a third mark is 1,000, well, it's 852 for the third mark, but 1,005 average damage if you're going to get the 100% score. And you can see in this one, the actual damage he did there was 1,409. So he's easily within the level he needs to do if he's going to get 100% and his third mark on this. So it's a very good Arty to get. You can see as well that if I go back to that What Garage again, you can see to get your first mark, 432 damage. Not bad. It's fairly easy to get that. 666 average to get the second mark, and then that 852, which is a little bit of a jump. But with this performance, with the fact that it's got such a fast fire rate, and of course it's got that 105mm gun, which is very similar to the one you'll find on the Fifi. It's good practice, and of course you can share the crew with the Fifi, and that way you actually get really good crew in your AMX 13, and it's quicker to get to that third mark. You can also see how much you actually need to get a mastery in this one, and in fact in this game he did very, very well indeed, because the the base XP was 755, so he really overscored there, you might say. Actually it's the wrong one. Let's go forwards. There you go. You can see he well overscored what he actually needed to get the ace tanker, because when he was actually getting 755, and of course the book was saying only 615 needed for the ace. So if you're after an ace tanker and you're in a competition with a fellow member of What Arty Noobs and you're vying for the weekend line, this is an Arty that you can actually use to get an ace tanker. It's fairly easy. You can get them quite often if you can rack up the damage the way that apgibbo did. Just keep hitting the enemy, let it dial in, and keep hitting them, and you'll soon have the amount of base XP you need to actually get the ace tanker. So there you have it. That was a really good round there by apgibbo. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's nice seeing that this little Arty, even though it's only it's got no stun, it's only got a 105mm gun, but boy, can it do a lot of damage if it needs to. It's well worth it. It's well worth practicing on this one. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. Congratulations to apgibbo again for getting his third mark. His first ace tanker, I should say. And, well, it won't be long before he's got a third mark for that matter. But well done for getting your first ace tanker. And I'm sure you'll be sending in more like that very soon. Thanks for watching.